Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I'm Exothermic and the date today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. I've been doing a countdown of my favorite video games of all time through each day of the year, and coming in at number 232 is Donkey Kong 64. The late 90s was a great time for 3D adventure platformer games, and Donkey Kong 64 stands above most of the competition, but still lives in the shadow of a yet unranked game. Ranked higher than most of its direct competitors, with Banjo-Kazooie and Rayman 2 paired together at 273 and 272 respectively, DK is a notable improvement in most ways. Most immediately, the camera controls, while still not ideal as with many games on the N64, do work a little more intuitively. The only areas I still struggled with camera controls is when I had to dive underwater, but I suspect that was lack of practice and would be manageable if I wasn't jumping in and out of the console frequently. Donkey Kong's family have all been kidnapped, and you must gather enough golden bananas and work your way through action puzzle sequences to free them. Once freed, they become playable characters, opening new paths to take, including in older levels you'd already completed, giving more of a sense of progress than the other games. Each character collects their own color of bananas, which are used as a resource to access boss levels. Additionally, each character collects different coins that you can use at a shop to buy upgrades for the character, like their own unique guns and instruments. Yes, I said guns in a Donkey Kong game. Don't worry, you're not shooting any bullets, but instead you're just launching food at enemies, balloons, and switches to open gates. The collectibles don't stop there, however, as you also are on the lookout for blueprints as a currency for even more golden bananas. Not every member of Donkey Kong's family is captured, however, as there's still some supporting members that will occupy shops at each level or provide other support. For example, at some point in each level you'll be able to find Cranky Kong's lab, where he concocts a potion that gives you different abilities needed to access different areas or play minigames. Here I am doing a barrel blast stage, which rewards me with coins and bananas needed to eventually buy the items I'll need later in the game and get to boss battles and progress the story. There's clearly a lot more stuff to manage in Donkey Kong levels compared to everything else, even the yet unranked game ahead of it. So how did it all get crammed in there? The game came bundled with a RAM expansion attachment for your controller in order to allow the game to track more items in a level than the N64 would otherwise allow. This is a crazy idea for a console, and despite how groundbreaking it was, only one other game wound up requiring it, though it could help performance with some other games. Each level had tons of areas to explore and discover, with hidden items and extra areas off the beaten path, encouraging full clears of each level with every character to make sure you didn't miss anything. That sounds tedious on paper, but throughout each level there was teleporter pads that would link one-to-one with the other pad of the same number, allowing for quick travel through different segments of each level, and there's barrels throughout that allow you to swap characters with relative ease. This is what really separated the game from those like it, allowing you to think through the same puzzles and paths differently with each character, and offers some much needed variety to a genre that ultimately comes down to timing jumps and button mashing combat. Join me tomorrow as I talk about the 231st game on my list, where I think I might be playing card games with God?